Hi, so I thought I'd do something really different today, and instead of talking about all the pedals I make and going, yeah, look at me, I'm just going to talk about pedal boards because I think pedal boards are super cool. And I'm also going to fly in the face of conventional wisdom and upset a whole bunch of people and tell them they're absolutely wrong. So obviously the first thing that happens when you look on the internet at pedal boards, you see these absolutely beautiful works of art, immaculately curated, dozens of pedals strapped down to a pedal board with absolutely no wasted space, and every single cable is carefully laid in precision. And I think, wow, if you're going to do that, if you're going to do that, you've lost the point of the pedal. The beauty of the pedal to me is the ability to have loads of different things and swap them out at will. So let's have a look here. I'm going to swap. This is a pedal board I'm working on at the moment, and I have no intention whatsoever of bolting the pedals down or velcroing them. We are about to get a cat in the shot. Say hi to Loki. That's cat number 2 of the video. Hey, Loki. All right. There's a whole bunch of things with this. What is this obsession? First of all, strapping out pedals. Because surely the whole point of these is that I can swap them out and decide what I want and change them and buy a new one. And I think people strapping pedals to pedal boards is all very well if you're going on tour. I'll come back to that again. But the whole nature of pedal board is surely just a place to collect together your pedals so you can work with them. And if you're going on tour with your pedals, I imagine you'll find there's a lot more professional bands. You quickly reach the point where you're thinking, do I really want to take my precious pedals on tour? So, do I really want to take my original micro synth? Hell no! I'm going to take my original bass drum. Look at these beautiful things. Nope. Those are not... I don't want to take those on stage, really. I'd rather... and by the time it's gone through one of the dodgy PA and been mucked with by a sound engineer, I might as well just pick up the cheap version of this and it'll be near enough for live use. That's my feeling with this. So I think, this is a tour pedal board. This is what they look like. It's some kind of distortion, some kind of effects unit. And this is actually an original pedal board that I've cut it down at some point and re-welded it. It was longer and it originally had an RP10 on it back in the day when it was a cool thing to have. And later on it had different ones, the Boss GT5, and I messed with it. And it survived everything, and it just has a case and everything with it. This on here is just a piece of nostalgia I bought recently. It was exactly as I remember it. The distortions are terrible. I never had the valve one. Turns out the valve distortions are even more terrible. But the effects, absolutely, I'm sorry, I love the delays on it. Digitech got those delays right, and decades later, they're still right. That is a decent distortion. I would gig this tomorrow. I'm not massively precious about either of these things. Good distortion, bunch of effects, bam, 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 done. Don't care, throw it around. The idea of not just that, but bolting my precious pedals to a board in a fixed arrangement and then carting them to a gig where I can spill beer on them kind of horrifies me. So that's my alternate viewpoint. To me, the point of pedals, and if you look at this wonderful pedal board I made, is to be ultra creative and allow you to swap things out. If I don't want my sands out, I'm going to swap that out and I'll get a fuzz and I'll bolt it in. And that's exactly why none of this is bolted in, because I wanted to make an additional point about this. I never fix these in. I have drawers full of pedals. I can open it and find more in here. I don't know what's in here at the moment, because I've taken some of these out today for this purpose, and there's more in the other room. To me, the pedal board is your creative palette, which you swap, chop, and change. And this brings me to another point. What is the obsession with the 90-degree tilt? Let's have a flat pedal board and then tilt it in a bag so they all fall off. So now we need Velcro. Why not just build them so you can pick them up and put them in a gig bag? Look at that. I don't need to stick them down. I'll just put them in a soft bag, and within reason, they're not going anywhere. Same with this. Looks ridiculous. People are like, why would you take it on stage? It's really tall. It's massive. Well, it's tall, but you know what? You can just pick it up and put it in a bag. It's tall so I can get my foot under here. And it's tall so that if I decide I want the micro synth on top, I can put it on top and play with it quite easily. So it's not as daft as it looks. So this is my alternate viewpoint I wanted to put out there for you guys. In essence, what's the purpose of your pedal board? Is it to cram as many things into a little work of art and fix and rigidly lock them in? Or is it a tool to help you create sonic palettes that you can chop and change and play with? If you're a wealthy touring guitarist who can have several copies of their pedal board and isn't worried about beer being spilled on them, then go for it. You know, get your technician to make you up a few. But I think for me, or if you just want Instagram hits and photos, you want people to acclaim your talented layout skill, credit where it's due. They are beautiful, some of these works are. But if you're a player, or even more, a fan of pedals, if you love pedals, why restrict yourself? No? Why limit yourself to that arrangement? You know, surely the whole reason we are throwing money at these beautiful little boxes of joy is exactly so we can have whatever madness we feel like on any given day. You know, microsynth into a whammy, into a pitch shifter, into a delay, into a flanger. You know, I think that's your true purpose in creativity with a pedal board. If you disagree, you know, let me know in the comments. Tell me I'm an absolute and, you know, I'll really be interested to see what you guys think about it. I'd be really interested to see if there's more people who agree with me than I think, or am I really wide of the mark on this one? And, you know, you think I'm all wrong. And one closing note. I hate Velcro. Oh, you Velcro people annoy me. They make your pedals wobbly. And, you know, again, defeats the object. You've got gravity. Use gravity. Gravity in a vertical bag. You know, if you're sticking with... The only reason sticking with Velcro is because you're scared of glue. and you're going to turn it 90 degrees. Don't turn it 90 degrees. Don't use Velcro. Stop it. Put them on boards. Use them as they were intended. Please. And now, yeah, go flame me. And peace, and I'll see you soon.